Hello, welcome to Warlords Battlecry 3, but that time they're in the Protector. I'm playing the original game, but with with a patch. So let go. Okay, I'm in.
Okay, so now just change the map and I don't know which race do you usually play. Do you have like a favorite or something?
Yeah, Minotaur.
Oh, okay, so it's pretty easy on multi. There's some people think it's but you have to sit on the green slot because then we would be playing against each other. So this wouldn't make any sense
Okay.
because we have to kinda try to do this as a tutorial or something.
Okay.
When I could play, I don't know. I'm gonna play. So now the standard multiplayer hero is 30 level, and it's you can't make like a warrior or something because this people from years of games, they came to conclusion that only heroes merchants make sense. So the
Okay.
standard hero is undead merchant.
Undead Merchant?
Yeah, because you can fill up the mines pretty quickly from
Okay.
summon zombies. So this is like there are some other possibilities, but this is the simplest. And to when you like, this is the super simple way. There are some details you can have more like other classes like Demon Slayer or Tinker, but this is pretty advanced stuff, so I
Okay.
would recommend like Undead Merchant. So okay.
Okay. Um,
And when you make hero, then you have to give points. So also the easiest way is 20 intelligence and 20 charisma. This is like the simplest hero.
okay, so intelligent and charisma?
Yeah, for 20 each. Because it's not worth, usually it's not worth giving points in strength or dexterity.
Okay.
And then you need to do like 3 necromancy to be able to summon zombies with black portals, so there are 2 instead of 1.
Okay.
And then 10 merchant, 10 wealth, and 10 gem cutting. So this is like some people play this all the time without even making any tweaks, but when you are familiar with all the races, you can like change the
Okay.
proportions.
Cool,
But
cool.
this is simplest.
Alright.
Okay, so yes, we can start. So in the end, in the beginning, you have to fill up the mines. Do you know how to cast spells quickly with like F keys?
Yes, but they're usually visible in the Protectors mod I play.
Yeah, but in the Battlecry 3, the spells are not like visible in the like lower section, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go to spellbook, then bind spells to the F keys by just scrolling over them and pressing F1 or something. And then you summon portal and just fill up the mines, and which mines you fill, okay, so I see that you know what to do. And which mines you fill depends on what race do you play or what strategy you choose to play. So
Okay.
it varies depending on how you want to play. Okay. There could be some delay when you summon, I don't know, because the ping is fairly high. You can sense some delay, like the zombies can be summoned after some, I don't know, like second or something. So this is pretty normal. But also I don't know if this happens, so this just could happen, so and be careful because the bots don't play merchants, right? I mean, they could, but probably they have some warriors or something, so they don't care and they just try to rush.
Oof.
And then there is some rule that you can't, I don't know how to translate, it's probably like invasion or something. Not really. You can't just walk to, for example, you are playing in enemy team, or I'm playing in enemy team. I can't attack your mines before I destroy the towers. You have to destroy buildings in order. Like I can't just walk, I don't know, some Mino Kings or something to your base and destroy your tier. I have to destroy the towers, then the arenas, and you know what I mean? Or?
So it like honor rules or something like that.
Yeah. So this is actually pretty important. You have to destroy buildings in order. And then the other rule, I mean, this is not rule, but generally speaking, it's better to build, because you cannot build towers. The usual rules are that there are no towers and no walls, so because the games would be too long and too boring. Oh, the bot just died. Yeah, and be careful. Oh, okay, wait. So the first thing first. It's better to build buildings outside your towers, because then they kinda they work as a shelter, not shelter, as a wall, sort of wall. So you can then I mean, the enemies have to attack those buildings first, not the towers. So this is good. And then the other thing, there are mines in the middle of your lane, but be careful because there are iron guardians there and they can kill your hero if you are not careful. So these are there to make it harder to fill up the mines instantly. For example, if you have some strong race in early game, you can't just instantly fill mines because there are those guardians and you have to destroy them. So this is another mechanic that you kinda have to know.
Okay.
But I see that you are doing pretty well. Actually. Yeah. now you have to, in normal multiplayer game, you have to like control your lane and try to seize the middle mines, the mines in the middle, and then when you have like advantage on your lane, you can try to attack the opponent. So it's pretty simple, but can be quite complicated because there are, I don't know, like 3 lanes and there are 3 people playing, so somebody might need help, or somebody is attacking another lane and enemies are helping. So, but generally this is the map, and normal game looks like something similar to this. Of course, against bots it's much easier. The games are actually pretty intensive, so there are a lot of things happening. You have to be very cautious to not, I don't know, because somebody, I don't know, can have some flying units and attack your base from the water or something. There are like many things happening at once, so actually I guess I'm gonna try to help you to make as little help to you as possible, but I see that you are doing fine, so maybe...
Jeszcze mógłby kopalnię przejmować, Hero, możesz to radzić.
Yeah, so
Początku gry.
Cinek says that you should try to convert those mines in the middle. They are in like below your minotaurs. These are above your minotaurs are 2 mines, and there are 4 mines, but you have to be careful to not walk into those guardians. I mean, you can destroy them, but this is very, you will probably lose some units. Yeah, and be careful, because also if you lose hero, it's not game over, but in a sense that the game doesn't end, but generally speaking, it's most of the times it's game over because it's like too much of a loss.
Okay. Iron.
But you converted just the uppermost mine. There are 3 other. So yeah, this is like the most important thing is to control. I mean, the most important is not to get destroyed, but the second most important is to control your middle and try to fill it as quickly as possible. Of course, this depends on the race that you get, because but when you have like elves, for example, I'm playing good elves, I can't normally fill mines, but I have my hero, so I can fill them with the zombies hero.
Okay.
So when you have, for example, when you're playing wood elf, it's very hard to fill all the mines because you don't have that much mana. So so you will just feel like this. Yeah, I see that. Actually, did you play like a lot of WBC?
Yes.
Okay, so can you beat like demigod?
Uh, I could play a demigod, but I'm afraid to.
Okay, but on which level did you play?
What do I play? For TPC, it was a little bit different. I usually like to play heroes that are not temporary or permanent heroes. So I usually I usually set it to the lower difficulty, but I can play higher difficulty if I want.
We actually like beat 15 demigods, 14 actually, as a 2 players. So there are like, but TPC has much more hero play than our multiplayer. Generally speaking, after the early game, you don't play with your hero. It's you just convert the mines in the early game, and then you use other units like generals for conversion because it's too dangerous to walk out. But yeah, I see that. Beginner.
Thank you.
So maybe I'm gonna try to play it less and see what happens when more of them attack you.
I found a dragon stone. What that?
Yeah, you can actually destroy them when they, I don't know, like this bot. I don't know what this actually because he didn't have any buildings, I guess. Okay, John, if you can destroy them, try to destroy them. I will just play defense and see if you can finish them. Because on this on this map it's easier to play against bots than on the random map. Because everything is, you know, in order. Like the you know where the mines are, and on the random map bots know where the mines are. You have to discover them.
Okay.
Actually finished them. I don't know why they played so bad, but usually bots are harder than this. But the level of the bots varies a lot because sometimes emperors are very hard to beat, and sometimes it's just they just don't do nothing. So it's actually variable. Okay, and they actually converted your mines somehow, probably with phoenixes, or then you have to all the time you have to build. Maybe not all the time, but you generally you need to try to build more buildings to have more army limit. This is important as well.
Alright.
Did you destroy them? Yeah, no. Are they somehow defended, or did you just go back?
Twoje oddziały zostały zaatakowane.
Okay, try to destroy them. Cinek, daj złoto.
Proszę po angielsku.
Masz krychę.
Serio mówię.
Twoje
Słyszeć
zostały
angielsku.
Yeah, so I was asking Cinek if he would give me some gold because he's playing Faye. He has gold generation. But
And
he's
a lot of
speed-
leprechauns, right?
What?
A lot of leprechauns, right?
Leperhany to są kawery.
Leprechauns, yeah. Yeah, they generate gold. Exactly.
Twoje budowle zostały
The
zaatakowane.
Faye is... this is like main strength of the race. And the Minotaurs are actually the most common play style is just to make the armies up tier 4 and then attack on Berserk. This is like the most common play style. And in those multiplayer games you won't usually save your army unless the army consists of dragons or something. You just want to send them and to destroy as much as possible. You usually don't try to save them. And, I mean, if the armies are strong, like dragons or something, then you save them. But if the armies are from the early tiers, you just attack with them and don't care if they die.
Twoje oddziały zostały zaatakowane.
Edvin, give me stone.
Why not?
Today.
Budowle zostały zaatakowane.
Why not? I just gave you 1,000. Okay, so I actually destroyed this 9 bot. And the process of destroying them. So back.
Twoje budowle zostały zaatakowane.
Yeah, I see that you're trying to destroy Hives, but somehow defend. Yeah, they when enemy race has some mages, for example, the moon guards or something like that, you usually need to call your ally for harpies, but in this game we don't have harpies, so it's, when the player would be playing the high elves, he would probably try to do like multi-target on all of your units with these guards. So this is
Twoje oddziały zostały zaatakowane.
I guess.
Twoje budowle zostały zaatakowane.
One Henry,
Twoje oddziały zostały zaatakowane.
see that play pretty well for a beginner, so maybe if you want and there will be games you can, I guess, try to play multi, but
Strzeż się. Tytan stąpi na ziemię. Twoje oddziały zostały
Thank you. But anyway, I think I'm wrecking the high elves.
yeah, the high elves actually counter Minotaurs, so because they have a lot of units which are resistant to cold damage and they have a lot of mages and don't have harpies, so this is sort of a counter. The help is coming.
Twoje budowle zostały zaatakowane. Twoje oddziały zostały zaatakowane. Masz nową budowlę do dyspozycji. Twoje oddziały zostały zaatakowane.
Ship tactic.
Yeah, sheep. Most of people don't produce sheeps, but they are actually good. But for other reasons than you would expect, because they sometimes they could act as a harpies and drain spells from your enemies. If your enemy has magical attacker or defender, the ships will they will sometimes drain those. I mean, your enemy will use spells on them and they cost just 1 gold, but using them to heal your army is pretty. This doesn't happen often because there is a limit of units in this game. So when you produce in TPC, there is no such thing. You can produce, I don't know, like as much units as you want in one game. So it's not like 150, but it's you can produce, I don't know, like 10,000 units over the course of the game. But in Battlecry 3, there is like limit of around 2,000 units. So if you produce more units than this, you will just not be able to produce anymore. So that's probably why people don't produce ships, because they take this army limit. They fill this pretty fast. So I guess that's why people don't produce ships that much. And it's the normal Minotaurs. It's probably not worth to keep them alive for very long. You just attack with them and try to destroy as much as you can.
Twoje oddziały
Alright.
And another thing, you probably should change in menu to that your units will move as fast as possible, because they are probably moving with slowest army right now.
Ah, okay. I noticed that. Thank you.
Yeah. This is important as well. It's not that you can't play with this, but it's much easier.
strzeż się. Tytan stąpi na ziemię. Twoje oddziały zostały zaatakowane.
Lost Titan boy. No, he did. Now he's killing everybody on.
Kinda destroyed the bots. Of course, we could do this much earlier, but the emperors are not really a challenge for experienced multiplayer players. I mean, people probably could do like 1 versus 5 on most races, so this is not... The multi is much harder than this. But I
Okay.
see that you generally have like good building strategy, and
Badania
probably
wróg został
you are
pokonany.
producing army, you filter mines correctly, so you actually miss like
Wróg
some
został pokonany.
mines in your main base. They are not completely filled, so because in the Battlecry 3 it's not like in TPC that you can put the number of workers doesn't vary. You can put 8 in all in like mines of first level and third level, so it's not like in TPC where like first level you can put 4 workers or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here you can put always 8, so this is like minor error. That's one thing that I could spot. But some people like forget to do this all the time, so it's not like anything very important. Because generally you filter your mines, and then you see that, yeah, maybe you could try to play multi straight away. I
Yeah.
don't know how this will turn out, but the bots are, as you can see, this is very easy.
Yeah.